belly so full. I might ask you to do me a favor in a second. It doesn't have to be right now, but I left the Mark Pro in our bedroom. I was gonna put that on somewhere. Just don't know where I put it. That could probably look weird from a certain angle, right? Yeah. My forearms are something that is like a deceptive soreness. I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but I'll sometimes not think about or feel any fatigue in my forearms, like the day after a certain day of competition, and then I'll go into the next day, and if it's an event that has some grip intensive stuff, I'll feel it all of a sudden. I'll be like, oh man, I should have done something about that last night. I didn't think about it because I didn't feel it. So Joanne has actually been really good at like making me stay on it. Like even if it doesn't feel like it's sore or tired, like treat it so that you don't run into that issue.
I feel like clean you can get that a lot because of the twisting motion.
Yeah.
And snatches.
It's possible. Usually like the dumbbells today in practice, that was probably the limiting factor for me, was that my grip just fatigued holding the 270-pound dumbbells for 5-6 minutes. So hopefully that's not the case today.
Have you always been pretty meaty, or is that like the CrossFit make you real meaty?
I would say that was CrossFit. I used to be very lean. Like in high school, I played water polo and I got into bodybuilding just because I wanted to like look ripped and stuff. And I was always very like narrow, like slim waist, small legs, small hips and everything. And it wasn't until I started doing CrossFit and had the stimulus of a barbell to kind of like, what's the word? When you have a barbell on like loaded on your spine or your front rack or whatever, I think your body, in order to protect your spine and your organs and everything, just adds this like layer of muscle and cartilage and just tissue to protect all that stuff. And yeah, I definitely, my midsection got bigger, my legs got way bigger, my butt got bigger, and then my upper body started to fill in a little bit too. But yeah, I don't know. Last year I thought it would be fun just to like bulk up, just see what it felt like to just be this big meatball. And I got up to 200 pounds at one point, which I had never been in my life. I started CrossFit, I was 155, so that was 45 pounds over the course of 7 years, which makes sense, but it wasn't a good fighting weight for me. So now I'm down to like just below, we're right at 190, which is still big for my frame of 5'7", but not too bulky. What did Joanne say? We saw a clip from the games last year, and she said I looked pudgy. I was like, ugh, not a good word to be described as. She's like, yeah, you're just kind of round through here, a little pudgy, chunky. All right. Yeah, just getting the hand meat loosened up. That was actually, I think, last year at the games, I think this was the most fatigued out of just my musculature in here, like even more so than my forearms. And so when my grip went on the rope, there was nothing else to hold on with.
Was that the event that kind of sent you back down?
Yeah, and it's funny because I did notice the night before that they were bad, but not bad. It didn't process in my mind. I didn't do anything about it. We were at dinner the night before the last day, and I was like, had a fork and knife and was cutting my chicken or steak or something, and I remembered squeezing the fork and the knife was difficult, and I was like, oh, that's weird, but it should have clicked, like, do something about that, and I didn't, and here we are, you know, so just try to take care of all the little stuff. I wouldn't want to get to the legless rope climbs today, and be like, there's that again. No, I'm sorry, you're right, they're not legless.
Well, the first.
Yeah. It's like half legless, half regular. Well, because it's like that cut rope, so you have to do like the first 3 or 4 pulls without your legs before you can get your feet up to the bottom of it. At least one side of my back is twitching.
You want me to swap them?
Maybe I'll do that in a couple of minutes. Mom. What's up, Ma? She said, I just read what events 5 and 6 are, and I think you're going to do amazing today.
What if she hit you up as like, I don't think it's going to go well?
Yeah. Thanks, Mom. Should have saved that one.
Do you find it tough to manage friendships, especially around competition time? Because obviously people reach out, send you good luck.
Yeah, and I really hope that people don't end up getting offended, but I'll just kind of like save them up, and I've got a bunch of the good lucks and the great jobs and all that stuff, and I promise I'm going to get back to every single person, but I usually save it until the weekend's over just to kind of stay focused. I don't know, sometimes it can be a lot to respond to everybody, or you never know, somebody might say the wrong thing not knowing it, just say something that makes you feel weird and throws you off. So I'll usually just, on competition weekends, the only texts I open and close are like Joanne, mom, dad, coach, family, people that I'm doing stuff like this with you, and that's about it. And then try to get back to all the text messages first, and then I'll go through Instagram, try to answer those messages, and I don't know. It's cool. I was going to say I wish I could get back to everybody. That's like a silly thing to say, because I totally can. Like, it's within my power to go through and answer 200 comments to every single person, be like, thank you. It's just time consuming, but I guess it's worth it. I've done it once or twice where I've like sat down and every single person gone back and liked. I like on Instagram now that you can like comments, because I feel like that's a very simple way of kind of saying thank you, and it's so fast. So I can go down a post and just all the comments that are like, great job, killing it, way to go, rooting for you. I can just go like. And then a person that's just a fan that says, no, Ohlsen liked your comment. They're like, awesome, and hopefully feel like they got something back from what they said.
So at least acknowledged.
Right, for sure.
What's your favorite part about competing?
I was gonna say being done with it, not in the sense that it's over and I don't have to deal with it anymore, but just the feeling of accomplishment, whether it's at the end of a workout or at the end of the weekend. Like, I do get pretty nervous and anxious, and like there's always a good deal of uncertainty, even if you've just been tested at another venue. You're still like, man, I don't know if my fitness is the same. Like, I wonder if I still got it, which doesn't make any sense, because 2 months ago was the Open and I did just fine, but there's always that doubt that creeps in, and to finish a workout or finish the weekend and like feel that sense of, okay, like you do still got it, you're good, you did fine, and the hard work is paying off, and can't say that.
What's that?
What is it? HWPO, hard work's paying off. But
No, that's pays off.
Pays off,
So
yeah.
Paying is okay.
Paying is its own thing. But yeah, just to feel that, and then the feelings of like kind of the quick moments of euphoria when you finish a workout and people are cheering and you did well. For me yesterday, I was more fired up about finishing event 4 the way I did than event 3, just because it was kind of unexpected, and I feel like I had to like really go for it to do that. So I crossed the finish line, and there's actually a funny, did you send it to Mike, picture that he posted on Xworks? No, I wonder who did. He has a picture of me.
Might be Busman.
Oh, maybe. Crossing the finish line, and my face, I could feel that I had the face on when I finished, but it's like it's a very pained face. I'm like, wow, that hurt, but also like, yeah, like I did it. Like, I don't know, I have that face when I feel like a savage. So that was a good feeling as well. Man, I'm a pretty meaty dude. I'll see photos sometimes where I'm like, sheesh, thick, but not always.
Yeah, you got one of the more dense trunks.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I love that.
Yeah. It's funny on the, oh no, it's on the Xworks story. I paused it as I was going through. It's just like funny freeze frames. There's that, and then boom, there goes Max flying through after me. I wonder how the teams are doing. They're probably closing it out soon, right?
Yeah, I think they're done around like 11.
Yeah, they're on their final event right now.
11:30 or something.
Oh no, it's, yeah, the final event is coming up next. But let's see where everybody's sitting in the Atlantic on the team side of things. I thought you thought
is winning regionals, is that a goal, or is the goal just qualifying?
It's both, if that makes sense. Like, yes, the only thing you really need to do is qualify, but you definitely want to do it with vigor. Like, I don't want to qualify in 4th or 5th, because then it would be very bittersweet. Like, I'd rather qualify and take first at the same time without putting too much energy and effort into it, you know? Like, obviously executing your best performances, but not stressing out the fact that, like, okay, I need to come in first. This is like my ultimate goal, because it's not. But it definitely feels better to do that.
Do you have to peak at regionals the same way that you peak at the games?
I don't think so. I don't think we designed the training to be that way either. We just kind of trained the way that Max wanted me to be training, which I don't think was designed to have a big peak. And then I think we're learning more and more that I tend to feel better and perform better on a pretty nice taper. So like the week of really lowering the volume, lowering the intensity, still getting touches on stuff, like doing little EMOMs with the movements, but I need to go in feeling like rested and good and like I have energy stored up. Otherwise, I don't know, I can go in kind of feeling run down or discouraged, which is funny because Travis is the opposite. He loves to like grind through the week. He feels like if he takes too much time off, he gets stale. So he likes to like keep working until the weekend comes. So text me, humble champions play with fierce gratitude for the gifts they've been given.
During competitions, who do you look for the most for like calm you down or to keep you
Joanne,
right?
for sure. Yeah, Joanne's like I don't know, she's like the ultimate comfort. If I'm feeling anxious, just like being near her, just having a hand on her kind of like automatically calms me down. Guido has been really good as well in the past, that just kind of saying the right things at the right time and like really truly genuinely being there for me and trying to encourage me and be motivational. So that's cool. Max is funny. He's he'll have his little things here and there, but he's more of like the prep leading up. He literally walked into the warm-up area yesterday and like came up to me, nodded. He's like, "How you feeling?" I said, "Pretty good." He's like, "All right, you ready?" I said, "Yep." He goes, "All right, I'll see you after." And he gave me knuckles. I was like, "That's it?" He's like, "Yeah, I was just coming to check on you. Do you need anything from me?" And I was like, "No, I guess not." He's like, "All right, see you after." Okay, cool. Yeah, simple. I'm gonna start dressing and stuff. So again, I felt unusually calm this weekend, and going into the final day, having the lead, there was even more of that sense of peacefulness, not to the point where I wanted to take it easy and just kind of coast through for the win. I still wanted to go out and prove that I deserved to win and give the people a show and get people excited. So I knew that basically I was just saying I needed to seal the deal on Sunday. And event 5 was another one that I was pretty nervous about because in testing, I hadn't finished. My grip blew up on me. The dumbbells were slipping out of my hands toward the last couple sets of the box step overs. I had adjusted my strategy, but I hadn't gotten to fully retest the workout. So this would be the first time that I'd be able to see whether or not I could outperform my training time. Sure enough, I came out relatively close to the front of the pack. I think I was at one point first through the box step overs. I could feel my grip fatiguing a little bit toward the end, but I was able to hang on and go 6s all the way, and I finished the box step overs just behind Travis. He was in first, I was in second going into the lunges. Little bit disappointing how the lunges finished. My arms gave out on me on the first set on the way down, and I think that my mind kind of played a trick on me, and I've noticed that when you're in training, you go for stuff, right? It doesn't matter whether you finish 5 seconds faster than you do on game day. On game day, it matters. Those 5 seconds matter. So on the way back, my final set of lunges, rather than going for it, I thought to myself, all right, you don't want to fail again and cost yourself 20 seconds. Let's be smart here. You've got 2 boxes left. That was kind of where you failed the first set. Let's put it down real quick, shake it out, and finish with a guaranteed finish rather than a fail. Looking back, I think I would have rather just pushed it and gone for it, because had I not put the dumbbells down and finished that set of lunges, I probably would have taken second overall in that workout versus 5th. At the end of the day, it didn't matter because I had a pretty significant cushion, but again, those are just things that I'm learning and taking with me, because every point's gonna matter on game day during the CrossFit Games this summer. To be able to tackle a workout with rope climbs and have that solidify my spot on top of the podium was a pretty significant sense of redemption from the CrossFit Games last year. That workout in particular was kind of fast and furious, and there was an element of pacing for sure. Some people that went out really hot ended up fading, even though it was only ended up being a 3.5 minute workout. It's funny, every single workout this weekend I PR'd by anywhere from 15 seconds to 2 minutes. In training, that workout took me 4:05, and on game day I think I finished in 3:40 something. So again, pretty big success there. That was the stamp on a successful weekend, and when I crossed the finish line, I knew I'd won regionals and gotten my 5th ticket back out to the CrossFit Games. I celebrated the victory that night with a big group of friends and family. Pretty cool because regionals was local to my home gym, Peak 360. We had a ton of members come up. The crowd was pretty wild during all the events. We could hear them cheering loud and proud. We had some pizza, some drinks, stayed out nice and late, and it made me realize that the 24 hours after a competition is kind of the polar opposite of the weekend right before it, because during the competition you are recovering to the best of your ability, you're eating really healthy, going to bed early, performing well, and as soon as it's over, you kind of flip the switch and you eat junk food, you stay up late, you drink, you whatever, just everything but being healthy. But it's a good way to detox, and this weekend in Miami, I'm just having fun, relaxing, kind of unwinding a little bit from all the hard work. I'll be going back up to Atlanta to put in some pretty serious games training, so I'm just enjoying some time at home now while I still can, spending some time in the sun, getting in the ocean, hanging out with Max and all my good friends and family down here.